And with great pomp and circumstance, we're back. And by pomp and circumstance, I don't mean celebration. Cappy's back again. Guess who's back, Telefan? We're talking about all the hokum and bullshit I have to go through to get this live stream to go live. So that I might do asshole good. So once you set the system up, then it's all good to go. Then I can bang out the asshole consulting, of which we've had some incredibly patient clients. Cappy has been, the book is finished. Book may not be published because it's so dark. And it's going to piss off all the rest. I ordered a fleet of B-50. Whoever builds B-52s, they're going to have to build 1,000 more because that's how many truth bombs I dropped that. But that's not why we're here. We are here. We are gathered here today to honor a request from Josh. Josh writes, hey, Cappy, you once mentioned you had an Asian girlfriend who was batshit insane and a rich bitch who needed to die. I have changed my stance. I don't think I've said that, but if I did, I do not doubt I said that. But my stance has changed. You cannot, if you want revenge, you can't kill people because they cease to exist and they can no longer suffer pain. You must do things to them legally that makes their lives miserable. Thus, Operation Evil. If you get someone to believe a lie, you'll ruin their life forever. Do you have any good stories? I want a video response. Thanks, Josh. And I said, oh, God. So this is, I said, it's going to cost you a bit because it's going to be a bit. Where the fuck did my stream go? There it is. So let us start with the story. Many years ago, there was a guy named Cappy, lieutenant, and maybe not even probably enlisted, but a high-ranking sergeant. And my buddy, I could use her real name. Her name was Melinda. She says, oh, I got this great friend for you. And we'll just call her Girl X. And Girl X, I get confused. I did date a Vikings cheerleader, but I couldn't remember if she was the Vikings cheerleader or if she was dating Minnesota Vikings. I think she was dating Minnesota Vikings because that was the premise. She's like, oh, she's sick and tired of the bad boy. She wants a good quality guy now. Hey, you, Cappy, you're a dope. Come here. See the tits on this hot Asian chick? You'd like that, wouldn't you? And I wasn't the only other dope because that circle of friends I was running with back then, great group of guys, by the way, great group of guys. I'd bring this girl to party like, holy fuck, Clary, how the fuck you pull that off? Oh, young 20-something boys thinking, oh, she's hot. She must be quality. Look at how that car looks. The engine must be great underneath. That must be some fine craftsmanship her father worked on her. So I'm like, yeah, I wasn't that dopey, but I was like, yeah, I'll go out with Girl X. Sure, I'll do that. And it was kind of sad because everything, it went as it should. It was like, oh, this is what I expected to be. She was nice. She showed up on time. I thought, well, maybe she learned her lesson. Maybe dating millionaires who are in the peak physical shape and famous on top. Maybe she got enough of that, huh? Oh, boy, I bet she got sick of that real quick. She's going to settle for some low-grade analyst at a bank who teaches ballroom dance class on the side. What was I driving? Was I driving the Gutless? Yes, I was. Because that relates to another story, the Gutless Cutlass. I was driving the Gutless Cutlass with the strapped-on bumper sticker. Or bumper. Not bumper sticker. Oh, no, wait. That was my previous Gutless Cutlass. No, this one had the bumper attached. This one was not Sanford & Sons-esque at the garage. That's an old thing that you millennials will get. So we everything was fine, which leads me to believe that girls damn well know. They damn well know every girl's got great front game. Let me explain something to you boys about front game. Every girl can fake it. Every girl knows what a guy wants. They know it. They choose not to give it to you. Because I don't know. They got to extract some. I'm not going to get into deep psychological. Well, women need resources and men provide resources. But then we need to know our project. I don't give a shit. Women in their act, they know what men want. It's not confusing. What the fuck if they're going to give it to you? Oh, no. We'll give you a sample. But now we got to drag you through fucking mental hell. Now we need you to pay for shit. That reminds me, you know what? Maybe I should take notes. That was another thing. Remember Devani's. Her mom, water, soda, gas station, suicide threats. So things are going well. I do remember that much. Showed up at her place. She had sexy lingerie on. I'm like, this is good. This was good. Okay. Back in the day, I was pretty good. I was quite the porn star. I could last. I chose to last. Now I'm just gonna. Once you get late there, you go, yeah, fuck it. No. Here's the modicum of effort I will bring to the table. Yeah, those 3 hours sex. No, not gonna happen. No. To quote the infamous Terrence Popp Space Ghost. That's what. Anyway, so things were going well. I had a hot girl show up to parties. Guys like, holy shit, you're punching above your weight. Yes, I am. And I can't remember what the first problem was. Probably the Devani's. Now, if you don't know Devani, I don't know if you guys got Devani's out where you live. But it's just a sandwich shop. Now, this is going back to my mid-20s. And I did not have a lot of money. I was driving a 1985 Cutlass Supreme. The Gutless Cutlass. And yeah, I guys, I'm not joking. I never ordered a pizza in college because I couldn't afford it. We'd go to, Big Mike's Subs, and you get day-old bread for $0.25. And you just see all the security guards gnawing on bread. And Perkins or Baker Square or Village Inn. I'm trying to think of what the equivalents are over in different states. That was a luxury. That was indeed a luxury. I ate at McDonald's like 4 times in the course of my college career. So I think we're at a dance. Yeah, we're going down to Red Wing, Minnesota. Athlon looked that up. Red Wing Books are down there. And so you go over the bridge and there's a Perkins. And I remember like, boy, I got it. And I said, well, we'll go to McDonald's or Taco Bell. And she's like, well, let's go to Perkins. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can afford it. Like, you can't afford Perkins? I'm like, oh, that's weird. So I afforded Perkins because I was a dope. I was a dipshit. I'm like, why are you going to fucking pay? And then it was repeated where we were coming back to my place. And she's like, oh, let's stop at Devani's because it was right. I'm like, oh, okay. So I pulled over and I stopped because I'm like, well, go get something. And she's like, aren't you coming in? I'm like, no, I'm not hungry. Well, come in anyway. And she just stood there like expecting me to pay for it. And like a dope I did. You're so, dude, you're trying to survive and get by. You don't have time for this petty psyops bullshit where women are trying to eke out an extra $6 on you. Okay. I mean, it's that petty. Like, and she was brought up under opulent. Her parents were cumulatively had a net worth of over $1 billion. Opulent wealth. And here she is trying to nickel and dime me for $6 because that's what men are supposed to do for that little business. And I just like, huh? Okay, here's $6. And that was the first hint. The second hint was probably, I remember going to her place and we're going to have sex and she was in lingerie, but then she wanted to tell me about, what was it? There's some Asian drama show. It's not Madam Butterfly, Asian woman drama movie. It was a movie. The Joy Luck Club was it? Yes, it was the Joy Luck Club. That's what it was. And she was just watching it and she was talking about how she just related to the characters and it was her life. Again, dumb 24, 23-year-old Cappy. Dumb. Oh, okay, good. I mean, but she talked about it for 10 fucking minutes. I really like Die Hard. I mean, I really fucking like Die Hard. And yes, John McClane forged some morals and principles. I mean, he gave like, oh man, I can't wait to be the hero someday. I would totally do that. But I didn't hem and haw on a deep philosophical level about how I associated with, Hans Gruber, but then I could understand Carl. And I was just like, dude, I just want to be as tough and badass as Bruce Willis. That's all I wanted. As far as my philosophy took me. Maybe a little bit of selflessness, like, wow, man, that's what keeps society together, is a guy like that who's willing to go to the man. Now, today, you could have Die Hard, because what the fucker would do, what John McClane would do is like, wait, what? The terrorists, if he knew, wait, the terrorists are going to make it look like everyone died in an unforeseen explosion on top of that, including my estranged wife. And without her around, I would get possession of the kids. And John McClane would just be like quietly tiptoeing to the exit, wait for a patrol or a sentry to go by and then make a bullet. And then you'd see him. This would be Die Hard, today, Die Hard 2020. And you just see him there at the kid, because he must know where his ex-wife lives or the kids. He'd just be sitting there eating popcorn, watching the news coverage of the Nakatomi Plaza with the kids. Oh, yeah. Gee, I hope your mother's all right. Boom. It's like, yes. Possession of the kids, custody of no divorce court. Hell, he might even get some money. He might even get, they might get some money from, there might be an estate that goes to the children. There might be a trust. He wouldn't have to go to divorce court. He'd be one. He'd be one. That's Die Hard 2020. That's maybe more than I've ever thought about Die Hard in a philosophical manner. This gal just like, oh my God, it's my life and it's so horrible. And that was another thing Cappy didn't pick up on. Oh, well, I guess money doesn't solve all problems, which is almost bullshit. It's bullshit. Money solves a lot of problems. And so that was another, should have paid the fuck attention. Should have paid attention. Then the other thing, again, you boys are so fucking lucky to have the internet. You're so fucking lucky to have us old fart Gen Xers go in there and make disastrous fuck ups. Say, hey, wait a second now. These things are related. Oh my goodness. I could have saved myself a ton of pain and agony not having to deal with this bullshit. Then for whatever, I don't know. Her mom obviously didn't want to meet. Now this family, let me explain the family. The family came from, I won't mention where, but one of the larger Asian countries. And I remember reading about her uncle in The Economist, because previous to that, it was after that. Previous to that, I used to be a sovereign risk analyst over at what was then Norwest. Now it is Wells Fargo. And I remember reading about her uncle in a very, very, very prestigious position in this country. I'm like, oh, you're related to that guy? I know about him. Most Americans would, because you wouldn't be paying. But if your job is to pay attention to Asian politics and economics, you would know who this guy was in the late 90s, early aughts. I'm like, holy shit. Well, turns out her dad, standard Asian dude, man, busted his ass off. I think he was a surgeon or a doctor, something in medical. Doctor, must have been a medical doctor. But then he also had a business on the side. The family had back then had a cumulative net worth of $1 billion. They lived in a gated community north of St. Paul. Have them look it up. And she's like, oh, you come over here. You need a pass. We tell the guard that you'll be on the guest list. So I pull up on my 85 Cutlass Supreme muffler, just hanging by a coat hanger. You guys do the coat hanger thing where it falls off. It's not attached. It's not muffling anything. But to prevent it, to make sure like the cops maybe think you have something attached, you hang it with a coat hanger. And then it just goes, wop, 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 wop. Just rusty shit bucket. So I pull up, the guy's like, wop, 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 wop. Oh, Aaron Claire. Yeah, you're on the list. Okay, there are 12, whatever, 5 things down. And this is before you could look it up on the phone. You had to know a map. And then so I pull up. I get out of there. Cranky door. Remember the door? It's one of those big ass, not suicide doors, but it's the big ass door where you put the seat down, 2-door. And then people get in the back. Never had sex in the back of that car. Never. And here, dopey, dumbass white boy Clary comes up, rings the doorbell, and the mom answers. And again, stereotype Dragon Lady mom. Looking at, just hating me off the button. Hey, is girl X home? She here. Like, oh, she's pissed off. Maybe I hope she's not this way all the time. And I don't remember it, but she must have looked at the car. Stuff must have heard the car. And talking at it, and out comes her dad, the most cocked, blue pill, henpecked pussy I've really, the most sad man I've ever met. And it became, even to my dopey, naive eyes, that he was miserable and the woman was a tyrant over him. I don't think the mom did jack fuck all shit. And so the old man was cool to talk to, and he was polite and civil. Well, then a mom, you move your car. What? And then girl like says, oh, she wants you to move your car. Move your car. Move it down road. What? What's wrong? And it turned out that they didn't want my shitty car ruining the reputation in this prestigious gated community. And even I knew then, I'm like, oh, okay, we're never visiting these. Because at least back then, I knew what it took to survive, to support yourself, to go from, 18 and no support. Like, fuck you, lady. I don't have 1/1,000,000th the support you gave your daughter, but I'm in way better shape financially because it's me. I'm not schnookering people out of $6 for a Devani sandwich. I'm like, yeah. And back then I was more than confident to not deal with parents. Having not necessarily face down my own, but no, it's my fucking money and you can fuck off and I'm not going to go to church. And, oh, you want me to go? What, you're going to pay me to go to church? Well, I guess you go fuck off. Yep. Well, would you like me to do things? Where's the money? Oh, there's no money? Okay, thank you. Well, I'm going to go do my own shit now. So I knew independence. So I moved the car down, several blocks, and I foot it back. And I can't remember the rest of the conversation, but I just remember, this is a big ass house. And boy, is this woman mean. And God, that husband is a nice guy, a really nice guy. Boy, he should be outside because he's a doormat. That's what he should really be. I forgot we went on a date or something. Then what broke the camel's back is everything was going pretty well, but these red flags, yellow flags are starting to show up. And then the temper tantrum. And then I'm going to explain this to you boys. No girl pulls the temper tantrum bullshit after she's 30 because nobody tolerates it. Nobody tolerates it. Throwing a hissy fit, throwing a temper tantrum because they want to masturbate to drama, and that's all it is. These girls watch way too much 90210. It's an old movie. Never mind. Show. And I've told the story a million times before and this is not the only one to throw a temper tantrum, but this is one of the more prominent ones. Picked her up at her apartment. I go to get gas. My gas, my car. She ain't picking me up in her car with her gas. My gas, my car. Tight budget. I go in to pay for the gas back in the day when you went in and paid for gas. I come out and she's just pissed. And I remember from the 4 blocks from the gas station to the highway entrance, said, is anything wrong? And the classic, if you don't know, I'm not telling you. And I wasn't, what did I do? Because I had dated a girl before that pulled that shit on me. And so this was not Cappy's first rodeo on that one. I'm like, oh. So we're driving down 394. I have to look it up. And in between Golden Valley and the bridge that goes over 280 on the other side of Minneapolis, she had managed to start screaming and crying and threatening suicide to the point I will distinctly remember I pulled off on the side of the road on the bridge, told her to get the fuck out. She calmed the fuck down, got back in the car, dropped her off to her parents, never saw her again. Was never going to put up with that shit again. And what I found out driving that 10 miles, 8 miles, is what my egregious sin, my horrific sin was that I didn't offer to get her a soda while I was inside the gas station. And having seen that behavior before, knowing she quite literally, this is just a girl, a good fuck, which is cool. Girls can be a good fuck. There's nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly all right. I've had actually some great relationships with women. We're just, you down to screw? Yeah. All right. They don't last forever, but they were good people. You don't have to be a grade A Kuantahaha on top of it. And some people do. So as she gets back in the car, she's crying. I should just fucking kill myself. Dropped her off. The security guard recognized her. Boom, gone. Never saw her again. Until 4 years later. Same buddy, Melinda. And the reason I'm mentioning Melinda is so that in case this girl listens, she knows it's about her. What the fuck is wrong with that? Well, he knows something. And so we go to Martini Blue. It's a cool downtown area where all the 20-something kids go. Oh my God. And it was, I think, Melinda's birthday or something. Melinda was hosting. Great gal, by the way. Melinda, wonderful woman. And we sit there and all the cool up and coming kids from the burbs are there. And I'm like, hang on, I think I had a date. Did I have a date? Can't remember if I had a date. And so I sit across from this couple, white dude, fat Asian chick, and they're married. I'm introduced. And the whole night goes on, and it didn't register right off the bat. Melinda says, oh, this is so-and-so and her husband, Bob, Frank, whatever. And without Melinda saying my name, this gal says, hi, Aaron. I'm like, hi, nice to meet you. And so just the rest of the day, goes on with chit-chatting and that. Evening ends, go home. Maybe a month later, something scratching in my head. I'm like, how did that gal know my name? I don't think Melinda introduced it. And I said, hey, Melinda, how did so-and-so know my name? And Melinda says, Aaron, you dated her for like 2 months. I said, what? Because I did not date this girl for 2 months. I didn't recognize. I've never met that girl. This is a fat Asian chick. It was gross. I wouldn't date that. And I said, wait, who? And she said, Aaron, that's girl X. And even then it took me a second because she did not look anything like it at all. And I was like, whoa. Girl X dated maybe football players or was football cheerleader X. Girl X, rich ass Asian parents. You move your car down there. Wife, mom, rather. Yeah. I just started laughing. I'm like, she's fat. She's fat. She's handsome and shiny. I don't care what the female excuse is. She got fat, and it turned out and Aaron, she found a nice, supportive engineering husband. I'm like, I bet she did. And at the time, this is still in the aughts, guys. This is still in the aughts. I think it was maybe 2003, 2004, 15, 20 years ago. And it was the classical example of alpha fucks, beta bucks. And I didn't see it. I just had the basic carnal, X got fat, isn't that funny? But it was the classical example. She wanted to ride the cock carousel. And I'm not a big proponent like, oh yeah, every woman rides the cock carousel. I don't really believe all. And frankly, I'm not against that. God almighty, I hope somebody does. Would nobody be getting laid up? What are you guys all pissed off about women that have sex for? Like, shouldn't you be happy? But this was the classical example of where, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna be cocks and alpha fucks, and then the dopey white boy engineer comes in, Captain Save-A-Hole, and I'm sure she was hot. I'm sure she was hot when she met, but once they got married, pulled the fat grenade and blew it up, just blew up. And so, yeah, I don't know where she is now. It was quite some time ago, and that's that. Let's go to super chats real quick. Juan, good old Juan for $4.95. Greta Thunberg voice. How dare you call me a dirty Mexican? I don't know. Who's more dirty between you and Atham, Juan? Who's the more dirty Mexican? I've never heard her speak because I just look at that and I'm like, nope, turn it off. Turn it off. Not good. Oh, good old reliable nonstop Dre 360. You're back, Cappy Ties. Yeah, I got the computer set up. That was on my mobile office for the past 3 weeks. Got the book done and all that other stuff. Visited a lot of people. Went on a death hike. Miguel, boy, we got a lot of Latinos today. It's Latino Day. Hey, Cappy lad. Oh. Excuse me. Miguel Angel Casillas for $2. $20. Anything you want. Anything. Is that it? That all we got? Tune in. I'm doing Asshole Consulting this way. So I'm going to be having another one fire up. Asshole Consulting brought to you by the Catholic Red Pill, by James DePrisco. Also, Personal Finance 505. If you look down into the link, I'll actually put this in the chat room here because I need to promote these guys because I didn't because I went mobile. So they're going to get a month or two of free advertising. Where'd my thing go? Here it is. I'll put this in the comments. If you guys want a personal finance book, check that out in the link. Did it post? It posted. All right. I'm going to set another one up. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys later. Toodles.